So Israel does want greater Israel, right? They want to be, well, Netanyahu came out recently, last 2 weeks, and I don't have the quote memorized, but he said, we are going to be a superpower in the Middle East and a superpower in the world. Israel wants to be a superpower. Well, to be a superpower, you have to be more powerful than anybody else, right? There are a number of, over the last 50, 60 years, a number of other countries that could have challenged Israel's military supremacy in the Middle East.
Listen to this, because this is very fucking wild.
About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon, and one of the generals called me and he said, "Sir, you gotta come in and talk to me a second." He says, "We've made the decision, we're going to war with Iraq." I said, "We're going to war with Iraq? Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we got a good military and we can take down governments." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, "I just got this down from upstairs," meaning the Secretary of Defense office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
It's like insane that this was just said. How do they not talk about that every day?
We have systematically removed all of them for Israel. Iraq was growing a large military force. Iraq's military force was vetted. They fought the Iran-Iraq war in 1980, right? Ended up as a stalemate between the two, but they had wartime experience. They knew what they were doing. And Israel looked at that and went, we can't have this. We need to neutralize Iraq.
Now here's Brian.
All right, Willard, thanks. On Close-Up this morning, Israel and the Gulf crisis. For the past 4 months, Israel has maintained a low profile as tensions in the Persian Gulf have escalated. But now with Secretary of State Baker scheduled to meet with Saddam Hussein in Baghdad and Iraqi Foreign Minister Tariq Aziz due to go to the White House, there are indications that Israel may be reevaluating its position. You say you don't want to talk of war, but no less than Shimon Peres has said that the appearance is that Israel is trying to push the United States into war. And there's a report out of Jerusalem that Israel is demanding a commitment from the United States that America put an end to the Iraqi military threat.
Because you see, what is threatened by Iraq is not just Israel. Everybody is threatened by Iraq. If Saddam Hussein maintains, if he devours that prey and keeps it, he will go after other prey. If he gets out of Kuwait but remains with his war machine intact, who can say that tomorrow or a year or 2 from now he won't turn on some other target? It may not be Israel. It may be somebody else in the region. It could be Turkey. It could be Saudi Arabia again. It could be anyone. So the question is really, how do we neutralize the threat posed by this vast war machine that Iraq has in the wake of the Gulf crisis? The question is really, how do we ensure that these weapons of destruction, these missiles, these chemical weapons, the nuclear program that is fast accelerating in Iraq, that these do not pose a threat in the aftermath of the crisis, assuming he gets out of Kuwait. This is an issue for the entire international community.
Iraq invaded Kuwait. We went there for Desert Storm, Desert Shield. Years later, we went back. Did Iraq invade anybody? No. Why did we go back? Weapons of mass destruction. They have weapons of mass destruction. Our own intelligence service said they do not have weapons of mass destruction. Israel told us, we're over here, we're closer to it, we know, trust us, they have weapons of mass destruction. You need to go in and completely decimate their military.
I take the threat very seriously. I take the fact that he develops weapons of mass destruction. But we can't let the world's worst leaders blackmail, threaten, hold freedom-loving nations hostage with the world's worst weapons.
Which we did. 1 million Iraqis dead. Their military in a shambles. We left their country. Their country was fairly vibrant. And again, I'm not going to get into the, was Saddam Hussein a good leader, a bad leader? Were there atrocities happening? Yes, absolutely. I don't want anybody to think I'm painting Saddam Hussein as this wonderful, beautiful halo over his head leader. Not the case. But they did have a growing modern society where education was up, literacy was up, food wasn't an issue, right? And we left them, the whole country decimated. Mm-hmm. But we got rid of their military. Mm-hmm. Libya.
I've called you here today to announce a development of great importance in our continuing effort to prevent the spread of weapons of mass destruction. Today in Tripoli, the leader of Libya, Colonel Muammar al-Gaddafi, publicly confirmed his commitment to disclose and dismantle all weapons of mass destruction programs in his country. He has agreed immediately and unconditionally to allow inspectors from international organizations to enter Libya. Libya has begun the process of rejoining the community of nations. And Colonel Gaddafi knows the way forward. Libya should carry out the commitments announced today.
The land of unconfirmed.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
Did it have anything to do with your visit?
No, I'm sure it did.
You what, mate?